All right, so with the release of the new Avengers Age of Ultron now just over 3 weeks away, many people have begun speculating about what the famous Marvel end credits scene will be in the film. However, director Joss Whedon is now saying that there is no end credits at the end of Ultron. Whedon said the following: "There is nothing at the very end, and that is not a fake out. We want people to know, so don't sit there for 10 minutes and then go, son of a B, I'll kill them." Marvel President Kevin Feige went on to clarify that there would be a tag, but no extra scene at the very end of the credits. Avengers Age of Ultron hits AMC Theatres on May 1st. John, do you believe Whedon when he says there will be no end credit scene?
I actually do believe him for now. Now, let's remember, that infamous shawarma scene was like filmed. They just so happened to have everybody in town, and they filmed it like a week before the movie came out. So I believe him that they don't have one. I believe him that they don't have plans for one. But I also know that we're still 3 weeks away and something can happen. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter because it's all now just a matter of semantics. Now there's a new terminology. Now there's the term tag, which means a post-credit scene that happens halfway through the credits or a little bit into the credits. Something we've always known as a post-credit scene, regardless of when it shows up. Whatever happens after the credits start, right? But now there is the true end, as Kevin Feige calls it, the end credit scene, and the tag, which is like a mid-credit scene. So at least we're going to get one of those. I will still be surprised if it's not something related to Ant-Man. I think it's because I think they know they've got to do a lot to push Ant-Man at this point. But for now, yeah, I buy it. I think I will not wait around until the end of the movie. I think once I see that tag, as they're calling it now, that end credit scene, I think then it's okay to get up and leave. Maude, what do you think? Do you think we're going to see something there?
I'm a little bit disappointed that there's not going to be one because this has been happening since 2008 with Iron Man, and it's a great way to kind of marry all of the franchises together, you know, at the post-credit scene. Now, my favorite part going to the movies, especially a Marvel movie, is anyone who did get up as the credits were rolling to make an exit. I'm like, rookie, what are you doing? This is a Marvel movie. Hello. With my nerd glasses. So now that they're taking that away, it's like, no, us fanboys and girls have really come accustomed to this. And look how smug Joss looks in this picture, by the way.
Look how smug
He's like, you're not going to get one.
That's a weird looky. That looks like 50 Shades of Whedon. I don't need to see anything.
But what a shame to not utilize this, because this has become, yeah, like I said, we've become accustomed to this, and I think that this is a great platform where we can see the next little bite, the next thing to keep us hungry and wanting more. So yeah, what a shame.
I'm bummed. I mean, now if they do that tag and that serves the purpose that we needed to see in there, then that's fine with me. I am upset because it's the Avengers Age of Ultron, and now as a fanboy, I'm expecting 2 post-credit scenes. I know that's a lot to ask from a film that already gave us 2.5 hours of what is hopefully going to be great action. We'll all find that out tomorrow night, some of us. So I want to see the Punisher and Spider-Man eating shawarma after the credits end. That'd be sweet, okay? But I appreciate Joss Whedon coming out and saying that you don't have to wait around. I think that's a nice thing for him to do if that is indeed what he's doing. I think it's a horrific mistake if he's saying that just to pull the wool over our eyes. Like when you had James Gunn and you had Chris Pratt in studio, and James Gunn said that we didn't make Guardians, we made it as a standalone film. And then you see the movie and you're like, no, that was totally set up for a sequel. That's one thing. But to have us say, oh, he said that we don't stick around, so then we leave, and then we find out from our friends that, no, you should have hung out. I don't like that at all. So unless they come out and say, you need to stick around now, then I'm just going to get up and leave. I take Whedon at his word.
Joss isn't doing this to be nice, though. This isn't a gesture. This is so that he doesn't get death threats.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, he's like saying, don't call me a son of a bee. I'm not the bad guy here. I'm just helping you understand that, you know, this isn't happening. Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, it is unfortunate because Marvel has now made us accustomed to two now, because and both of them in Captain America and Winter Soldier were awesome. I love both of them in that one. Were there 2 in Guardians? Because there's the one with Howard the Duck that was at the very. Was there a mid-credit one? I cannot remember. Dennis, can you remember if there was a mid-credit scene? I guess the Baby Groot one kind of counts, but that was very early on in the credits. But yeah, and
that's kind of what they like to do is you have a funny one, then you have a more serious one, and that's the way it works. Now, here's an interesting thing too: is that Joss Whedon may not have filmed anything, but the Russo brothers, maybe they get everybody together for the premiere next week, and they're like, you know what? Since we have everybody in town, let's all film something because we're going to be helming the rest of this franchise going forward. Maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't. I just like them to have a blanket statement, even tell every usher at an AMC theater to say, hey, you guys might want to hang out till the end of the credits. Just let us know, okay? I get it's an Easter egg and we got to find it, but just let us know if we got to hang out. That's all.